What's going on, guys? I'm going to break down some trades from earlier today, both on NASDAQ and gold. I trade live every single day with the traders inside Day Trading University, and I really just don't have time to make these pretty fancy videos, so this is going to be raw, unedited, uncut, and we'll just get right into this, and hopefully you guys find these helpful because I would like to do these more often, and we'll see. That's what I started this new channel for. So starting off with the session, I'll get rid of some of these. The trades that I took, NASDAQ, we ended up having two trades. One was a breakout trade, which was over here, and then another one was a pullback and continuation trade, which was up here. So I'll break down the first trade here. Now, my entry, unfortunately, was way up here. I would have loved to have gotten in somewhere here. I mean, this is obviously very easy to see this is easy to see after the fact when this is already played out, right? Obviously, you should be taking buys on NAS because it pushed up. But this was just really fast. This was at the stock exchange open, and literally within less than 10 seconds, it opened here. So I don't want to get stuck in any crazy pullbacks and have my stop somewhere down here. So I waited for the closure, and a couple of the things that I like to watch on NASDAQ specifically is I like watching tech stocks, which would be this chart right here. So right at the open, specifically NVIDIA, which is the #1 company in NASDAQ, it was dropping pretty hard. Is it here? No, that wasn't on Monday. We'll go over to NASDAQ, NVIDIA rather. It was this drop right here. We're getting a pretty aggressive drop right here, and NVIDIA, like I said, #1 company in NASDAQ, it made me hesitate getting in impulsively on this open candle on NAS. So unfortunately, fortunately, whatever, I saved myself from a riskier trade. But once this candle closed, NVIDIA actually flipped to the upside, and I actually ended up entering right about here as we were breaking back up. I had taken partials. I wish I had taken much more of the move. I took partials somewhere up here. I went break even. This one candle tapped me at break even, and then the move ended up continuing. So because of that, we still had a lot of volume. I was watching NAS, and I wanted to see if I'd get another pullback. And I started to see a pullback happen here, and then this breakout. Ideally, the pullback would have come down to an area that I have support marked off. But at the same time, I try not to get married to my support and resistance zones because I don't think that I'm that good that the markets have to come down to the zone that I think it's going to come down to. All I know is I have a bias on NAS, meaning I'm looking for buys, and if I can catch a pullback, which would get me a better risk to reward, I'm going to take that as it continues back up. But I'm not going to enter on the bearish candles. I'm going to enter when I see that we've hit support, we're holding support, and we're breaking back higher. So the second entry was right here, somewhere along, I think it was like that. I have a screenshot of it because I sent the screenshot inside Day Trading University, and I'll show you exactly where my entry was right here. So you can see it was $2,000 in profit on that candle, and the entry was, give or take about over here. And once again, I didn't hold this whole thing. We had a little bit of, the markets really weren't that mixed. I think it's just because the $2,000 in profit came really quick. I just ended up closing faster. So that's all that was. The first trade, once again, is a little recap here, is we have the pullback and a continuation. And then over here, this was just a breakout trade at the stock exchange open. Now, it doesn't always happen this nicely. And I say nicely, it was way too fast. But really, really clean price action. We take a look over at NAS on last week. It gave us, which we probably won't cover this now, but we ended up getting a little bit of a pullback first and then continuations. Actually, the pullback's right here. So NAS, really, really nice price action today. It's not always this nice. It still was a little fast. And let's go over to gold. I didn't touch gold. I haven't been touching gold. I still called the trade here because, like I said, I'm trading live with everybody in Day Trading University. And there was one trade here, which I'll actually share. That one, we weren't in the live call anymore, but I shared the screenshot of gold right here, where I was like, hey, look, we're hitting support. Watch this reaction. I like what we're seeing here. Just be careful because gold's been a little tough. But I said it right here. We're also getting the dollar starting to drop. So this was the second entry, which I think was better. But the first entry here, literally right at the market open, we just got the first candle on the 5-minute, take off, and then we pushed. And from there, it was just, you kind of just chasing it. We went up, when you measure this, today was kind of a crazy day with gold. Even this candle here, this was before the market opened, we went up like 590 pips and even more when you look at the second trade here. And we had nothing happen today. We didn't have any geopolitical tensions. We didn't have any Fed speakers. We didn't have any news, no data. Nothing was coming out. And we had a massive push on gold. So cool. Hopefully some of you guys caught this. In my opinion, I think gold has been, other than today, this price action was nice. But in the past, the last like 2 weeks, ever since the government's been shut down, for those who don't know, government shut down, we're not getting any economic data coming out. we're getting very aggressive pullbacks. Like we take a look at gold here, aggressive pullback, aggressive pullback, aggressive pullback, like over and over and over again. And then we get this really slow, sluggish push to the upside every time. So my concern is I don't want to be in that price action when we get that aggressive pullback. This, when we take a look at gold today, this push here and this push here is the first time in weeks we've actually had an impulsive push to the upside. So I'm hoping this continues with gold, but we are back at all-time highs, so that's something to be aware of too. Gold typically tends to get really choppy at all-time highs, which is kind of what we're seeing here. All-time highs, all-time highs. Every time we hit it, we get choppy, aggressive pullback, take it right back up. So I'm still looking for buys on gold, but personally, I've been staying away. I'm getting a lot more clean entries on NASDAQ, and that's what I've been sticking with. Hopefully, if you guys like these trade breakdowns, I'll get better at it. I'll get more in depth. Let me know what you guys want to see. I do plan on doing these daily, but I just want to start putting this stuff out there, hopefully helping you guys who are struggling with trading, specifically gold and NAS, because these are my two babies, the favorite for me. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comments below.